on the inside track. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Brower and welcome to the Inside Track. Well folks, just 2 weeks to go in the championship meet and they're the best two of all. The Breeders' Crowns this Saturday and the Hambletonian after that, and all you need to do to catch all the action is to come out to the Big M. Lots of elimination races to show you this week, so let's slide in Bob Hayden. And Bob, the easiest way to win a title is to simply win a Breeders' Crown, isn't it?
Well, the Breeders' Crown debuted back in 1984 with the intention of separating the best from all the rest, and that formula most certainly has worked. No horse has ever lost a Breeders' Crown race and then later been named Horse of the Year. And I think that pattern continues into this year, the 18th edition of the Breeders' Crown, which debuts here July 28th, right here at the Meadowlands.
Well, folks, let's get things rolling with the elimination for the $1 million Breeders' Crown Trot. Only the last place finisher would not make the final, and with Magician stuck in post 10, it looked like a wide-open race.
And $3 million Invader Beren gets the bye. Anklet Hanover looks to make it 6 straight years of at least one mare going against the boys. Larry Roman put up the $80,000 supplement, and Dream Vacation, a son of Pine Chip, that's the fastest ever father and son trotting combination.
And they're off and trotting Nicky Cole, and the Catman firing that one out. Plesac from the inside with early step, Count the Goal, and Monty Hall from the inside as Magician takes back here around the first turn. And it's Nicky Cole to the front by 2, Plesac second. Count the Goal settles in third, Monty Hall is fourth. Super Grit goes up on the outside into Whip Urging, and Magician will follow him on the move up from 6 now. Fool's Goal looks to take out from 7th, and it's Dream Vacation, Dr. on a rail, and Anklet Hanover at the back opening quarter. 28-2, not very fast here as Nicky Cole now gives it up to Plesac. Plesac and Eric Ledford plants that one up front now. Super Grit is trotting on, second on the outside, looks to be parked out here. Nicky Cole is third, gap at 2. The Magician is fourth on the outside and gapping as the pace accelerates. Count the Goal is fifth now, 3 lengths, and Fool's Goal on the outside 6. Monty Hall is 7th, Dream Vacation is 8th with Dr. on a rail, and Anklet Hanover in the half, 55-2, 27 seconds in that second quarter. Plesac steps it up here, it's Plesac. Brutal first over journey. Super Grit's been parked out. Nicky Cole in the pocket. Magician fourth on the outside as they approach 3 quarters. Count the Goal riding the rail in 5th and needs racing room now. Fool's Goal sets up a 3-wide rally. There goes Magician circling up, and Dream Vacation has trotted. He is looking to fan out from far back. Dr. on a rail. 124-1. Good rating again from Eric Ledford here, and it's Plesac opening up by 3. It's Plesac taking off. Nicky Cole is full out. Magician also full out. Between horses, Count the Goal. Up on the far outside comes Dream Vacation down to the finish, and it's Plesac being urged on here. Plesac getting a little leg weary, but he has enough. It's going to be Plesac at 153-2.
Bob, I've always said aggressive drives win races.
Plesac sure took this event seriously. Of all the limbs on the card, the one you'd least expect, a 27-flat contested second quarter, might have been here where 9 out of 10 make the final. But Plesac refused to let Nicky Cole dictate the action. That's how it finished. Magician finished 8th and gets to defend his title. Only one eliminated, the 1999 Crown winner, Super Grit.
Eric Ledford has a lot of confidence in the 4-year-old, and so does his trainer.
Well, it wasn't an ideal trip. I wanted to be real close. I actually wanted to be in the 2-hole, but the way it unfolded, I was going to get stuck in the 3-hole, and I had to make a move back to the front.
The owner loves this horse. He wanted to give him a chance to see if we could compete nationally. It's the money that the Plesac has earned. One year we can get another horse like this again. I may never train one. He may never own one. I mean, it's wonderful. It's great to be here. It's great that we got a shot to do it.
Yeah, he can do it anyway. I raced him toward the front tonight. They put up $80,000 to get him into this race. I thought it'd be nice to get a little bit of the back going into next week.
The open pace elimination saw 10 horses vying for 7 available spots, and Armbro Proposal ended up as a slight favorite.
And Goliath Biama switches to Jim Marl Jr. Memphis Flash looking for his first Breeders' Crown final since 1998, and Day in the Life, if he finishes anywhere in the top 7, becomes the only pacer or trotter to be entering his 4th consecutive Crown final.
And they're off. Armbro Proposal, and Brennan's got the pedal down there, urging that one on with the whip out. KF Pro Sam, Day in a Life cuts the corner, is out alertly, and CPW's there in the early fray. It's Armbro Proposal to the front, Day in a Life second. On the outside, CPW coming on from third. As they head to the opening quarter, KF Pro Sam is 4th. Goliath Biama got away 5th. Doc Final is 6th. It's Memphis Flash racing 7th, Cam Motion 8th, then Intrepid Sealster and Life Source is 10th. First quarter 27, single file down the backstretch. It's LaChance and CPW. On top now, Arbor Proposal in the second spot with Day in the Life third. Gap of 3-4 to KF Pro Sam fourth. The gap there. And here comes Doc Finol starting up fifth on the outside. Goliath by Emma stays in sixth. Memphis Flash to the outside seventh. Then it's Cam Ocean. Intrepid Sealster vacates the pylons, and Life Source still trails. Halfway home for CPW. 54-1. Arbor Proposal in the pocket. Rides it here into the far turn with Day in the Life third. Onto the far turn. Surging first over, Doc Finol and Dubé, and that toes Memphis Flash into it now second over. Miller is fifth on the outside. KF Pro Sam is back to sixth now, getting shuffled out. Cam Ocean into the outer flow, and he is really gearing up third over. Right behind him is Intrepid Sealster. He's got a late kick. Trying to do it from the back of the pack is Life Source, shuffled all the way to last. Goliath by Emma, 3/4, 1:23. They're in the stretch drive. Doc Finol takes the lead. It's Doc Finol and Dubé. Memphis Flash full out in second. Arbor Proposal. Brennan is strangling that one down. Can't find racing room. Cam Motion clear, driving Intrepid Sealster on the outside to sweep on by. It's Intrepid Sealster and Campbell taking it. Cam Motion in the photo for place.
The speed fell apart and the closers came charging.
Intrepid Sealster seems to have been built for this long straightaway at the Meadowlands. Is in position to give John Campbell his 34th Breeders' Crown and Bob McIntosh his 13th. His sire, Camluck, won this very event 10 years ago.
McIntosh knows he can get a big piece if things go his way.
Well, he definitely is a closer. You know, he's proven that he doesn't like it up front too much. So he's this track suits him to perfect. He races his best races here. We can come from. You got a shot at this track to come from behind. Where at Woodbine, it's more like a half-mile track. There's no chance to close there.
Does he need a little help in the final? Does he need a hot pace?
Oh yeah, I think we got a world-class bunch of horses there, but I think he fits right in with them. If they make a mistake up front and he trips out, and we'll be around.
Don't go away. More Crown eliminations to come on the inside track. Stay with us.
The year was 1989 when two bull trotters, Probe and Park Avenue Joe, each won a mile heat, forcing a two-horse race-off for the Hambletonian Trophy. They raced with such determination and competition that at the wire, even the photo finish camera could not separate the two. It was a dead heat, and they would be forever locked in space and time as the only co-winners of the Hambletonian. Join us for the $1 Million Hambletonian, Saturday, August 4th. The year was 1995 when Hall of Fame driver John Campbell teamed up with his brother trainer Jim Campbell and led Tagliabue to the winner's circle in the $1 Million Hambletonian. For five-time Hambletonian winner John Campbell, no Hambletonian victory resonated more than this one, sweetened by the opportunity of sharing it with his younger brother Jim. Join us for America's Trotting Classic, the $1 Million Hambletonian on Saturday, August 4th.
Welcome back to the Inside Track. The Open Mares needed two limbs to pare down their finalists. Here's the first, and Bob, could this be the swan song for Sanibel Island?
Well, Sanibel Island was looking to make her third Crown final. Aquatic Yankee was a lukewarm favorite. Tattoo Hanover debuted. Hawaiian Flash, the longest shot in the field. And Cinder Best Connections anteed up the $40,000 supplement over career best 150 and 2.
And they're off Sanibel Island, and Steve Warrington trying to send her to the front, but Luke Willett has the whip out on Tattoo Hanover, and she steps out there. Aquatic Yankee on the inside, leaves alertly for Miller around the first turn, and it's Tattoo Hanover. Sanibel Island sweeps up on the outside, and Breeze is on by. Tattoo Hanover settles in second now. Aquatic Yankee got away third. Delta Shuttle is fourth. Mercy, Mercy, Mercy is fifth past the quarter. Then it's Hawaiian Flash and Cinder Best. Opening quarter for Sanibel Island. A snappy 26 and 3. Tattoo Hanover second as they swing off the turn and go down the backstretch. Aquatic Yankee in the third spot. Delta Shuttle is fourth, heading towards the half. Mercy, Mercy, Mercy is fifth. Hawaiian Flash is sixth, and Cinder Best is seventh. They're single file, and they march towards the half mile. Sanibel Island in control. Tattoo Hanover in the second spot. A perfect trip for her. Aquatic Yankee bides her time third. takes a peek there, edging to the outside. Delta Shuttle. She'll go first up for Campbell. Flushed out by Hawaiian Flash. Grabs the cover. Second over, fifth now. And then it's Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. And Cinderbest gets underway. And a half just 55-2. They crawled that second quarter. Sanibel Island. Slowing things down now. We'll get some pressure from Delta Shuttle and Campbell on the outside. First over. Tattoo Hanover is in the pocket. Will need out. Hawaiian Flash and Dubé second over as they pass three quarters. Pierce with Cinderbest. Third over, looking poised there. Aquatic Yankee is locked in. And then it's Mercy, Mercy, Mercy trying to do it from the back. Three quarters, 124-1 in the stretch drive. Sanibel Island. Delta Shuttle on the outside. Won't go way off cover. Hawaiian Flash on the outside. And Dubé urging her on. She takes the lead. Locked in is Tattoo Hanover. Here comes Cinderbest charging up on the outside. Hawaiian Flash, Cinderbest. Aquatic Yankee looks to split mares down to the wire. It's Cinderbest getting up. Cinderbest over Hawaiian Flash. Aquatic Yankee third.
Sanibel wasn't right, and the supplement sweeps by.
And Cinderbest closed from last to first and comes to the crown final of her two best efforts ever. Hawaiian Flash looks to give Peter Pan his second crown win. He won in '96 with Mystical Maddie, and Aquatic Yankee narrowed in with her usual strong stretch showing.
Trainer Jeff Miller is sitting pretty with Eternal Damnation yet to come.
Well, on my part, it did a lot of begging to put her in, because I really think she has a legitimate shot to race against these mares. And it took a while to convince the owners to put it up. But I think they're going to be tickled with this prelim, and it'll be a good tightener for her for next week.
When did you think that, maybe she might be up to this caliber?
Well, she's always been a nice mare, especially if you can, like Ron did tonight, one mover. She can step with, pretty good. She just never really has gotten the chance to race against these good mares and get a good trip. We started off in Badfoot in Canada and got kind of roughed up pretty good, and she wasn't ready for that bunch, but I think she is now.
Here is that second elim, and the dueling duo returns. It's Eternal Damnation versus Yes, It's True.
Eternal Damnation is getting within shouting distance of Galleria's money record. Yes, It's True is the only female in the top 10 in earnings in North America this year.
And the roll-off, Yes, It's True from the outside. Off stride, the two, Apple of My Eye. Ramelan Hanover shows speed. Lady Jack from the inside. Eternal Damnation now taken back. Around the first turn, it's Ramelan Hanover and Jim Morrill Jr. headstrong there. Yes, It's True, and Campbell applying the whip action from second. Paces on. Lady Jack settles in. Eternal Damnation, fourth on the outside, now paces on. Magical Pride got away fifth past the quarter. Walk on the Beach is sixth. Have No Secrets is seventh, and Apple of My Eye back pacing and trailing 27-3 down the back stretch. And it's Yes, It's True, and Campbell by two. Here comes arch rival Eternal Damnation, and she will now take over for Eric Ledford down the back stretch. Yes, It's True now back in the second spot. Ramelan Hanover is third. Lady Jack is fourth. It's Magical Pride fifth past the half now. Walk on the Beach is sixth. Have No Secrets is seventh. Apple of My Eye has caught the field. And at the half mile, it's Eternal Damnation on top there, 54-4. Yes, It's True in the second spot around the far turn. Ramelan Hanover third, coming first over Magical Pride and Kismodal, and that toes Walk on the Beach into the race. Roger Mayotte second over with that one, now fifth on the outside. Getting into it, Have No Secrets from third over. Shuffled a bit now, Lady Jack near the back of the pack with Apple of My Eye. Over three quarters now, Eternal Damnation looking pretty strong, leads it by two. But Campbell will need to shake loose out of the pocket with Yes, It's True in second. Three quarters, 123-4. Some good rating here, and it's Eternal Damnation looking to turn it on here and out sprint. Yes, It's True. Eternal Damnation, Yes, It's True, trying to track her down. Ramelan Hanover third. Late pace from Have No Secrets on the far outside, but it's Eternal Damnation. Eternal Damnation. Jeff Miller does it again.
And Bob, you can't win much easier than that.
That's Campbell's richest and fastest daughter. No female pacer has ever won a Breeders' Crown at ages 2 and 4. And if she does win next week, Eric Ledford joins only Paul McDonnell's drivers to twice win a Breeders' Crown race prior to turning 30.
And Ledford is understandably confident going into the final.
Actually, I wanted John to make the front first. I actually wanted to cut it, and I know John was wanting to either cut it himself or be in the two-hole, so I let him go ahead and make the move to the front.
Last time we saw her race was that race in the Horton Eliminations, and she actually had the fastest last quarter. She didn't have much of a chance against the boys there, did she?
No, she didn't. We raced relatively conservative that night. They went slow fractions, and she got home a quarter in 25 seconds.
She's just like her dad. I mean, she's got, she's game as game can be, and she's got a great gait, and you know, most of the time, unless she gets brutalized, she don't ever give up.
Coming up next, Heather Vitale with the equine version of the Magical Mystery Tour. We'll be right back.
Legendary Cam Fella and It's Fritz met in a historic race at the Meadowlands. Living up to its advanced billing, they battled down the track, It's Fritz taking the early lead. But Cam Fella was not discouraged and would not be defeated. He would retire with a 28-race winning streak and the hearts of millions of race fans. Join us for Breeders' Crown Day, Saturday, July 28th.
For 3 years now on the Inside Track, you've heard us talk about Magician, one of the world's great trotters. But you may not believe what it took to get him from the sales ring to the racetrack. Here's Heather Vitale with the connections and some of the arduous details.
My brother, Jimmy Cruz Jr., he picked him out. Just happened to see him on a video. He liked the way he trotted in the field. And he only brought 11,000, so he picked him up. And we're very lucky.
Lucky is definitely an understatement. That 1996 yearling purchase was Magician, a now 6-year-old trotter who has won over $2 million. But getting the son of royal prestige from the sales rink to the racetrack wasn't easy.
He started off a little bit on the wrong foot. He was pretty funny about going to the track, and he'd like to balk a little. He wasn't really any good until the fall of a 2-year-old year. He won his last race at Yonkers, and he looked good doing that.
But it wasn't until Magician turned 4 when he established himself among the best trotters in the country with a victory in the Nat Ray. He was making quite an impression on his competitors and on his driver.
So I walk over to him, the race is going out, and they're like, got him on the run, hitching him up. They're saying, don't let him stop, you know. And I get on the bike, and he goes out and he wins. And I was thinking to myself, you know, that wasn't all that bad, you know. And the next time I raced him was an experience. He wouldn't leave the paddock. He wouldn't go in the post parade. He kept spinning around on us there and just refused to do anything. He run behind the gate and finished last. So it was quite a difference there between the first week and second week.
Then last year, Magician won his most prestigious race, the $1 Million Breeders' Crown, defeating the great moneymaker.
It's Magician in the $1 Million Breeders' Crown Trot.
The horse who refused to jog a half a mile when he was 2 years old became the 2000 Trotting Horse of the Year at the age of 5. But Earl says the magic behind this horse is the patience of his brother Jimmy and owner William Augustine.
You know, he had his funny ways. He would still balk going to the track. Last year, maybe once. The year before, he'd do it. You never know when he's going to do it. But this year, he hasn't done it, and I don't expect him to do it anymore. He really, he's focused now. You know, he was just a baby, but now he's a man.
He got into a routine where he was real relaxed, real comfortable with the outrider, and it seemed to be working real good, to the point where we thought we could have got away with it, you know, let him go on his own. But just to be on the safe side, you know, there's always a lot riding, you know, on the line there. And to have something go wrong, just trying to prove a point, we always keep the pony with him.
He probably doesn't do all that, but we don't want to change anything. So I'm kind of superstitious. Well, he's the Dennis Rodman, but he's, like I said, he's gotten better. He was kind of contrary, but you know, he didn't like practicing, but he would show up at game time. That's for sure. So as long as he does that, we'll keep him happy.
Magician may have matured with age, but does Earl still hold his breath when the world champion goes behind the starting gate?
Every time he goes to the gate. Yeah. But then he makes it all worthwhile. I wouldn't trade him for anything, that's for sure.
The year was 1997 when Mal Burroughs defied all odds in the Hambletonian. A self-made man whose construction company had helped build the Meadowlands, Burroughs had bred Malabar Man. Instead of choosing a seasoned professional, Burroughs elected to drive him himself, a choice he would not regret. Burroughs drove Malabar Man to victory, becoming only the second amateur driver in history to win the Hambletonian. Join us on Saturday, August 4th for the $1 Million Hambletonian.
We are back on the Inside Track. Also on tap for this Saturday are the Hambletonian eliminations, and we have a couple of races for you as final preps for the 3-year-olds. In this one, the high speed of Annie's SJ tackled the barn-changing Danish Delight.
And Annie's SJ must stay flat and try to relax. Danish Delight is now a stablemate to Siren's Hanover, and Pardon Me switches to Mike Champs.
And 56 seconds flat. So Annie's SJ is trotting well off the pylons, is about 5 lengths clear. Bernie being chased, asked for more trot from second. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths to Victory Sam third. Right to Strike has been out the entire way. Pardon Me to his inside is fifth, and it's Danish Delight. Titanic Tag, Grand Slam Hall is 8th on the outside, and far behind to the Breakers Super Ballot. But the story here is Annie's SJ, and he's left the others behind as they reach 3/4 in 1:23 and 4. They come to the top of the stretch. Annie's SJ, with a world of talent, has put it all together tonight. He's out there with about a 7-length lead with an 1/8 of a mile to come. Bernie is trying to save second. Victory Sam moving up to his outside. Closing fourth is Pardon Me with Danish Delight on the outside, and Annie's SJ has slowed up considerably. Victory Sam is coming, and Danish Delight on the far outside. Annie's SJ has come to a stop. Victory Sam and Danish Delight hit the line together at a photo finish.
They stagger home, and yet a new Hambo contender emerges.
55 flat middle half by Annie's SJ almost got it done, but Danish Delight, he stayed off the action. He almost reached 2, but it was Victory Sam, just 1 for 11 lifetime, entering the race with Jimmy Tactor, a brother to Raging Samantha, who just might give Valley Victory his 4th Hambletonian credit.
Here's the second prep where trainer Ron Gerfine promised a more aggressive try for experienced Victory.
As he looks to turn on the Jets, Victory Abroad is still a maiden. Cobalt comes off a minor injury. Mr. Commissioner must stay trotting, and Liverman Hanover has to step it up big time.
The outside fifth, a rail ride for Maximum Speed 6th, the half and 57 and 2. Mr. Commissioner following Levexter's live cover. Maximum Speed has gone off stride. Cobalt finds himself third over. Liverman Hanover is fourth over, and with 3/8 to go, it's Experience Victory, and he's 2 lengths in front now. Levexter grinding into it up on the outside into second. Cigar Bar is gapped in the pocket in third, and tracking cover Mr. Commissioner in a good striking spot. Cobalt is following him on the outside 3/4 in 1:26 and 2, and they come to the top of the stretch here. It's Experience Victory who's on the lead. He's 2 lengths in front. Mr. Commissioner tips off cover. He's closing in steadily on the outside. Levexter third. Cigar Bar up the rail, and Mr. Commissioner has trotted over everyone to take the lead. Cigar Bar fitting through on the inside into second. Levexter up toward the outside, and Mr. Commissioner gets pacey again. Cigar Bar comes through on the inside to win it.
Hold all tickets, folks, as Mr. Commissioner switched to the pace again and was disqualified.
And in the end, it was Cigar Bar, and just a 6th lifetime try from Lindy Lane's first crop for a man who has yet to win the Hambletonian Burnt Linstead. Mr. Commissioner continues to have stretch troubles, and Experience Victory has a couple of weeks to get his game face on.
Our final race of the week offered a world record tying performance from a very consistent mare, and Bob, this 5-year-old, is co-owned and trained by a guy they call Big Red.
That's right, and she's the daughter of Camtastic, and she's looking to post the 10th ever sub-150 race mile in history by a female pacer, 1:49 and 3, and become the 9th female to do it. Ron's girl has done it twice. The time here is going to equal what was set last year by True Art on race 2 on Hambletonian Day, and Kelvin Harrison, Big Red, driver Luke Ouellette, they're going to join such notables here as Ombro Romance, Jay's Table, Galleria, and Incredible Tilly on its sub-150 list.
Here's Frightening P with her 7th win of 2001.
Artifection 5th on the outside, but Frightening P is going a strong mile, drifting just a bit, but pacing clear by 3. Barrington Ballet trying to save second. Artifection closing late, but it is Frightening P back on track here from Artifection and Brandy's Baby in 1:49 and 3.
Our races are done. When Bob and I return, we'll have the fields for all 3 Breeders' Crown finals. We're back to wrap it up in just a minute.
The year was 2000, when Moneymaker, the queen of trotting in North America and Europe, had her 21st and final start, winning the Nat Ray at the Meadowlands. The Supreme Trotting Mare had won the Nat Ray in 1997 and 1998, and would retire with 67 wins and earnings in excess of $5.5 million. Join us for Breeders' Crown Day and the start of the Hambletonian Festival on Saturday, July 28th.
We're back to close it out with the fields for the 3 Breeders' Crown Finals. First up is the trot for a cool $1 million, and the 4 favorites drew the 4 inside slots.
And Plesac has the 1. He's supplemented in. No better time to be peaking. He's in career form right now. Dream Vacation, the 2. Well, Chuck Sylvester and John Campbell, a lethal combination. He's drawn inside the 2 other favorites. Loren, post 3, 6 years old, son of Waikiki Beach. He's 44 for 54 life, and he's been odds on 28 of 39 betting starts, over $3 million, and his second straight $1 million season with any check. Only moneymakers done that. Magician last year had lost 3 in a row coming into the $1 million final, so last week's 8 may be irrelevant.
Bob, the open pace looks like the most competitive to me. Can Gallo be had from another outside post?
Well, it looks like there's some chinks in his armor. And the last horse of the year pacer to race in the crown the following year was staying together, and he finished 6th. So we'll see. Armbro Proposal, he's had some very bad luck in this series. He's age 7. He'll be the oldest pacer ever to win a crown. And Royal Flush Hanover last year, 2nd in a 148 Scorcher by Western Ideal.
And finally, the mare's pace looks like a test for anybody, and I mean anybody, that can beat Eternal Cam Nation.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to tell if she's in career form. She's been good since day 1 right here. Yes, it's true. Must overcome the post. The lowest price ever paid to win, $210. Immortality. She's heading in that direction.
Well, there you have it, folks. The fields for the crowns on a championship day. And don't forget, post time for the spectacular racing card is Saturday.